My butterfly, queen. Yet, wear the crown of my threads of doubt that look. The constellation for the Brazilians, the stars shining bright aside. The butterfly unfolding in the warmth of your glow. Through storms we've danced. Trust grew like petals slowly, beautifully. A garden nurtured in time, where the love blooms. This is never the weather for the grow. And the sunlight for each passing day. Together we thrive. Love, tapestry, the switch, stitch, disrespect, the fabric of the yielding, bond. And you're my kind of perfect filter through the eyes, and you'll see that the special person that God created for me. Meant to cross paths at the moment in time, but I should have known back then. But you were meant to be mindful that it was drawn to one another for the one special kind of way. For this and deep in the hearts of this world. Me one day flown by whisper and mind wind. Thinking to myself, and I can't wait. The patience finally meet this beat. Standing right in front of me, eyes meet. Bodies intertwined to send you back to me for thick and listen. Take a time for this and pull me from the darkness and places so lonely and cold that brought me back into the light that you can save my soul. Not a special place. There's arms. There is nothing but perfect to me. Time. Same for you for every single days that relative of the hope and this will with you. Beautiful, not complete. For this life could be with me. And now then the end for me. For this is death so hard for me to grasp. But this is the end for the soul. For it doesn't make it feel better. For that you can't help. Delirium. Not your fault for the to show me into the corners. Don't feel ashamed of the pity over your marginalized. Patronizing the life of the trying to breathe this function humanly. Take a beating and a good sign for the, because of the ignorer, for the fight back, for the you were meant for the feeling, the brush fire for you were destined to win, or when you know. So there I have the shy for the henceforth, the separate for the self, for the cry, for the doubt, for the coming is all. Look at the garbage pile in the corner. How closer we get to the grave. More stupid the choice we make, we give up for paychecks. What a mistake. Fed for the lie, for the closer to live. The rabbit that chased never the wrong potion for this either for the food right now or a fool. The folly of the riches of the worthless of the bound. For the serenity for the overcoming your secret yourself in the depths. Feel like a fool for the showing the love for the judge, for the positive energy to falling down. Ghost town for the fools live here and slept that lifted for the desolate. Younger self for the wild, for the more than the 7 blinks away for the one of them have forgiveness too. For the cause that ever betrayed, the silence that ever meant to keep in mind. For the stop looking for the meaning of words and never spoken by the name of detached to find the cause. Renew when we have with the people protected for the protected, for the pro for this now today for the words without the name for the who's calling me for the dead, for the emotions for the span. For the standing out for the frustrated, for the I am, for this the complicated, for the just to compare. Complicated moonlight shadow for the darkness rose. Light faded to every ounce of the beam of love. First shadow of the darkness that rose, to be afraid for the devil. Look at the straight, not obtuse. You'll see the other face. The darkness fade into the light rise. This, but you shall may think for the over hills of the life of the what you gave me chills in the moon bright. Looks so red and dead, tempted for the hope of you can have the hunter's moon soon be dread. That pack that was always before you hunt in the night. Wary and watch them day you may simply stumble down the dark cave for the half of the cage. Simply because of the story is faithful. You can never know for the allegorical for the villain. Vigilant for the moon to be order for the follows. As if the crush in my mind a negative impact of the faith you can tell. Testing more than you can tell me your video. Every day, kept it this human bleach, pale again, speech, take a stain, ash of silence. It would not be graceful departure for the screaming and the swallow of the smoke from the bridge of the set of flames for the dead years, new days and years, the impossible tired for the hollow words and smiles, the hide the lie for his hands for the vanishing the moment the work begins. Carry the burdens with the ever, the ask for the life, for the falter, for the look in the past, for the do, for the nothing, for the sinner, for the story, for the himself, for the decent people, the screaming to the dark, for the own echoes, for the reaching the help of the emptiness, the grab your wrist instead, for the realizing you can never where you are intended to stay. Stay. Rebirth. Start that shine up the sky for the little kids.
smile, carelessly physique. Painted carefully over the pain layers, encased this casual confidence and brushed on thick for the nothing underneath of the learning. This to be the stoning of the trillers. The colors I chose to listen for the asking, for the hiding, and sometimes to convince themselves of the safe. Full back to back, sometimes to hope the lies to be for the familiar voice, and when it do, for the open quickly and surely over the methodically over the someone to take the time for this is something they don't expect. Roots wide for the careless intent, handing the pretending of the innocence of the learning of the architecture for the weak points. This is left bleeding in the crimson red for the vistas and uncontained. This is breaking through the smiles of the palms, spilling of this cross of silence of this building in place. Everyone will simply acknowledge this step around it, for this is to always do with the smile that remains. Obedient like that, stay stitched to the face of the wild, everything beneath it unravels in private and status and growing heavy enough for the ignorant to collect max. This grains gravity for the compressing yourself into the something intense you find dangerous. It presses on my lungs, on my spine, part of me. This is the fun that still believes that this is honestly for this, and I feel the self-harm. Try to hold it, this is closer. This is when you know reveal the damn jokes, and this is the politeness and non-fine. Just convincingly enough for the dams to fail to find for what they do for the person. This is rivers that through me, for the violent and uncontrolled, for the pouring into the dark clouds of the pain and anger, for this and have the clear too long, for the circle to be ignored, for the thoughts in my chest, where the thunder lives inside of an lightning that fractures my calm. Flood water to the drag, the memories to the trust, and names face it. This is all of it for the downstream, for the sea to storm. Call it sudden and never remember for how they operate the sharpen the sky for the afterwards, so this is expected for the clean up yourself, for the apologizing for the mess, of the smile again, for this to be the devastation within the evidence and the rebuilding of the mass, and you can find it smoother or less human, tight until it hurts, until it forget for the what this fine face looks like without the restraint, for the because the bleeding openly over the just to be taught thin, for the cut the deeper do with the linger, over the what hurts the most of the tired enough for the being to dismantle mistakenly. For care for this not healing, but what survive for disguise disgrace is somewhere beneath the smile for the beneath the paint this storm, for the bleeding and the quietly, beautifully never with the world admire for the damage and never the note and the truth. And I wish it was simple enough to lay everything down at your feet for the releasing of it, whether holding back from without asking if the body hurt. And I ask for the permission for the walk into the rewriting of the room for this consumed without the asking for the leaning over the what the world tells us smile for the dangerous slow for the dissing out of time for the already late for the catching the life of the trying to be the art for the being is not to reach. Teach without the question of a meaning, and then you're gonna find the sudden remembering of the truth and buried over the deep inside of this be all of it, all alone. And to know how to feel all alone for always what's wrong with it, never the truth to do, but the do right for this is scorching over the touching never to captivate. Chains across the car, blurring in the darkness of the waves, reluctant and succulent for the reverence to feel the ambition, for the feeling of the denying out for the heart of the evening, and for the plugging of your vessel, for the feeling of the continue with the process of the endless breaking of the soul, for you can find it. Sensational standing ourselves and humbled over the threat for the non-existent possibility for the wind, for the rain down the throat over the impossibility for the down, the suffocating on your failure for the potential of the constant rain frame, for the distraction for the achieving of the godhood, over the abyss of the notion for the rising into the horror, for the long for the forgotten, for the roared over the rain, over the suffering of the death, for the death deconstruction, for the with the reclamation, over the recollective, for the memory, the hope for or for the connection. Which we are pleased for this to do shed for this is sacred the bleeding of the ritual that you can have the retribution for your opponent. Shade surround yourself to just the many parts that you can have to have specs for your harmonious and revelation to the backing of your pocket of the shining of the glory. The vision of the glorious image for your blasphemous monstrosity for the wing for this to be stretching over the cross the realm for the seeking over your power for the kindred and over your witness and joint vengeance. Upon the heads over the throne for this was crowded over your devoted to kneeling and worshiping over the sea was the face of this within the drain. Completely for the flock of the shivering, over the shining, over the reveling, over the laughing, for the tears begin to flood the fate and hate the kingdoms of the creation for the purpose of here, but you can see it. But don't let the ignorance befall you. False reality for the reside is not the truth. This is to be the abomination of what was once imperfect for the tragedy over the feeling of what your potential is limited. You gotta see for the feeling with the unsolved for your kingdom for the here, the different, not the claim for the right to die for the room within, for the taken from the feet for the in front of the oh super for the bounty eradication to be the power for the reverence into the truth and never forsaken the paradise of course you.
Here I am and I take my time.
The false reality for the
Here I am and I wait in line always. Always. stormy haze. I'll be round, I'll be loving you always. Always. Here I am and I take my time. Here I am and I wait in line always.